People who left jobs this past year as part of the Great Resignation. How are you surviving? I quit my job like 4 months ago because they treated their employees like total garbage. It was a really cool agency. We helped homeless people get access to housing and medical care. But they ironically had some of the most toxic views about their staff. It wasn't long after and I found a job as a nurse at an elementary school. My background is in nursing. I will admit, the pay sucks. However, I have a fair amount of time off and it's the least stressed I have been in probably 10 years. I used to stay up super late on weekdays in order to squeeze as much awake time as I can before I had to return to work the next day. Now, I go to bed early and read. I don't get that sinking feeling in my stomach when I wake up in the morning to get ready for work. Additionally, working with kids is awesome. Kids are innocent and weirdly make me more disappointed in adults. Kids just want you to listen to them, take them seriously, and provide them with either a Band-Aid or ice pack. As a nurse, you can do almost nothing for a kid and they think you are great. When I was treating adult patients in the hospital or helping adult homeless people, I could do nothing right for them. No matter what I did, it just wasn't enough. It just sucked the life out of me. Money is super tight right now, but we get by. Having less stress has allowed me to have more quality time with my kids and wife. We are broke, but making ends meet. My wife is about to finish her master's, so having her income will really help. I am going back to school this winter to start pre-reqs for medical school. So we will see how that goes. I think leaving my last job and taking the pay cut, loss of prestige, was one of the best things I ever did. This is not me personally, but I know a lot of people were paying for daycare and said fuck it. We'll be a single income family and one spouse quit. I also know 3 nurses who couldn't take the stress and left at the beginning of the year to start a cleaning company. Quit my job as an assistant manager at a car wash because they were heavily understaffed. We were being overworked and our store manager was lazy AF. Took a full-stack web developer bootcamp and currently looking for a job in that area while I work part-time as a porter at a Honda dealership. My new part-time job is way easier and less stressful, and hopefully I'll be able to find a much better job coding. I am a stay-at-home dad who does occasional freelance work on the weekends. It's pretty fucking dope. Thanks for the responses, everyone. I'm getting the sense that lots of people just found friendlier employment or decided to be a stay-at-home parent, which I completely respect and understand. I don't have a complete explanation for the current labor shortage, but I guess there could be lots of different reasons for it. Thanks for the perspective, y'all. I quit before this summer. After years of hell, I got tired of being verbally abused, mistreated, and my physical and mental health had began to decline. My wage was decent and I was able to save up a bit. I quit and allowed myself to recuperate these last couple months for my health. Best decision of my life. I feel and sympathize for those in the position where they can't do this. And I fully support the movement right now for better working conditions and livable wages. The last employer kept trying to make me work for a department I didn't want to work for. I told them that if I was going to do boring work, I was going to do it for more money elsewhere. Which is precisely what happened. Walked out Sunday. Sent applications in the evening. Got a few callbacks Monday. Did the paperwork Monday and Tuesday. Started work on Thursday. I am straight up quitting. I will be giving my notice in a week or 2. I don't love that I will be unemployed and eating into savings. But I can't continue as I am. I am too burned out to be effective in my job and certainly to advance in my career. I am also currently in a role that isn't a particularly good fit. I am barely hanging on at the moment, and I feel like I should leave on good terms rather than wait until my inevitable implosion adversely affects my relationship with bosses, colleagues. I plan to spend the holidays with family and then move to Hawaii for 2 months. I will be living off savings with no unemployment benefits since you don't get those when you leave voluntarily. I've worked out a budget for this. And while it's a really expensive decision from a financial standpoint, it is potentially life-saving from a mental health standpoint. I currently spend each day just trying to make it to 5-ish p.m. and repeat that process enough times to get to Friday. Then it's the weekend. But sadly for me right now, the Sunday scaries kick in at about noon on Saturday. The work-related anxiety is just eating away at me. I'll probably start aggressively looking for work again around the middle of my time in Hawaii, as I'd like to back in a job that's a better fit by the end of March. We'll see how it all goes. It could be the best decision of my life or the dumbest. I left my job because the pay was already awful and it was so stressful that I was developing chronic medical problems. I now work as a freelance illustrator. And while my income is way less, so are my medical bills. With my spouse still working, our actual cash inflow hasn't decreased by a significant amount. My old job wasn't letting me get any problems taken care of, and in many cases between the work and the stress were making things way worse. Making 30% more than I did. I'll get by somehow. I quit my old job because they wanted to bring us back into the office. I said fuck that, and found a new job working from home for more money. My husband quit and we have been doing DoorDash and making more than he did at his job. I quit my job pretty recently for a paid internship. The pandemic stimulus helped me finish my degree sooner than I planned, while still keeping a decent savings. Thought it would take me a bit to find something decent, but very quickly I was offered several interviews. In like a month I found something paying more than I was making and with opportunity for more in the future. Before the pandemic I was also bartending events for extra cash, which I had quite a bit saved. When events came back I didn't pick up as many shifts as I did before. Even though I know the catering companies are hurting for workers, I just don't see it as my problem just because I don't really need the money and I want to spend more time with friends and family. I feel the most free I've felt in years. Quit my job at a company I worked at for over 10 years. Pay was okay but was super burned out due to work. I work less hours now and make twice as much as a consultant. I didn't stop working, but I did get another job. Left my field of 20 years for something totally different. Make 3 times as much money for a better company. Shit's awesome for right now. I did quit my job, but I also got a new job. So I left my job in August 2020. I suppose on the early side of the resignation. My work, a dentist office, closed in February or March. Had my first real peace in years. Did maybe an hour or 2 of remote a day and maybe a day in the office every week or so. Tops. We returned to the office in May. I decided I couldn't go back to the way things were. I planned my escape and left in August. After that I did a UX/UI bootcamp. Would not recommend. Completed over 1,500 applications before landing a job as a front-end web developer. I really enjoy the job. At least I think this style of remote work suits me much better, and after I pay off the bootcamp, I'll have a big jump in pay. As to the "how did I survive" question, My wife has a job. That's most of the transition. The boot camp offered a stipend. Saved stimulus money, tax return. Savings. Teaching a lot of guitar lessons. Luck. Me leaving my job was me leaving my gig economy. Uber Eats. Job. I got some welfare payments during lockdown, and that was the period which made me realize how much work was killing me. I'm not eligible for regular welfare payments for 7 months now, so I'm surviving on savings. Some odd jobs I've been doing mostly for my dad. And help from my family. I'm looking for work, but because it's really stressful living like this. But my last job had me risking my life every night for less than minimum wage. And I'd rather have to keep this up for 7 months than go back to that ever. I quit my job in February and haven't worked since. Feels great. I golf weekly and take a lot of naps. Lol. We've saved a shitload over the last 5 years, so I was able to quit my job. Maybe I'll go back into the workforce one day. Maybe not. I was able to quit because I made money in crypto.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.